How's it going, everyone? My name is Ian. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode number, I want to say 8 of our Terraria Let's Play series. In today's episode, we've got some planning to do. Well, I have some planning. We have quite a lot to do. So essentially, what I want to do is I want to get a lot of Crimtane. So there are a few ways of achieving this. The easiest way is obviously by mining Crimtane ore, but it's quite rare. So instead of spending ages mining it, which we found out in the last episode I can actually do, I think I'm going to do something quite a little bit simpler, and that is basically I'm going to grab a bunch of lenses, if I even have enough, and craft an Eye of Cthulhu spawner, and we're basically just going to go and fight the Eye of Cthulhu again. We absolutely smashed him the first time we tried, and I think if we try it again, we should be relatively comfortable beating him again. But as I've just found out, it looks like we don't actually have enough lenses, which is a shocker, but is what it is. We've got 6 bars, and we've got a little bit of ore left over from when we made some of our stuff earlier, which will be helpful later on. We need some vertebrae, so we have we need, I think, 10 or 12 or so. If I quickly speak to the guide, he will tell us. But basically, you might be thinking, okay, what's he doing now? Well, if I show you, we could make this bloody spine. We need 15 and 30 vicious powder, and that will make the spawner for the Brain of Cthulhu. Now, what we'll do is we'll make that, and then spawn the Brain of Cthulhu in once we build basically a little arena for him. But in order to do that, I need to farm some stuff first. So I need some vicious mushrooms, or disgusting mushrooms, or red mushrooms, or evil mushrooms, or whatever they are. Vicious mushrooms, I need some of those. We also need plenty of bombs as well. So we've got 100 billion bombs. And then we need quite a bit of slime so that we can make sticky bombs. Now, the reason why... we actually have an insane amount of bombs. That's insane. And the reason why is this will create what we need to basically fight the Brain of Cthulhu, because we can't mine the ore to fight him. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make loads of sticky bombs, and that should be enough to basically break Crimson Hearts so that we can fight the Brain. Now, I'm also going to need quite a lot of wood, so we're going to quickly mine some wood, because I'm going to need to build loads of platforms, because we're going to have to build another arena for him, because otherwise we're just going to get slapped in the Crimson. Now, one other little issue I have with this is that we don't have a lot of armor, so the whole idea of why I'm doing this is to upgrade our armor set, which again, we're only at a measly 13 defense at the moment, which isn't great. So if basically I remove this and replace it with Crimson armor, then we could be cooking. So that is the idea for today. So we're going to try and fight the Brain of Cthulhu. Now, the Brain is quite difficult. It has a few phases, which is our first unique type of enemy, is an enemy with phases. Now, what that means is the boss fight is set into different, almost sort of elements, where you have certain things to do. So the first phase is essentially his invincibility phase, where the Brain will be completely invulnerable to damage until you kill all of his little eye minions. These drop incredibly important items called tissue samples, and we're going to need quite a lot of those. So that's why I'm thinking of possibly fighting him more than once, but we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So instead of just blowing up a bunch of Crimson Hearts, which actually unfortunately would destroy your world, because every time you blow up, every time you've done a cycle of them, you start another cycle, you'll get another meteor. So if I keep farming Crimson Hearts to beat him, then we're going to end up having a billion meteors come into the world, and that just isn't ideal. So we're going to have to think smartly about this, and that's why I want to make the spawner for him. So we're going to need to farm all of these enemies here, which will give us essentially the apparatus needed to beat him. I've also just noticed that I haven't set my timer on my phone, which is what I usually do to keep track of how long an episode is. So I'm going to really quick do that. So I do apologise for if I'm just sort of running about aimlessly. There we go. And basically what I'll do is I'll keep cutting the recording to when I do important bits, because, you know, watching me build an arena is going to be boring as hell, so I'm just going to cut that. And then we'll basically go from there. But there are a lot of these chimeras here, which are quite handy because they have a high chance of... What the heck is that? What the heck is that? A tentacle spike? I've never seen this before. Whoa. What the hell? We've got a new weapon, guys, and this looks like a rare one as well. It embeds damaging spikes into enemies, average knockback, 4% critical strike, and 20 melee damage. Let's give this a go for a sec. Wow. Oh, they get damaged over time. Wow. How rare is this? Tentacle spike. It's an orange item, so it's certainly not common, but that actually might do more damage per second compared to the bat blade because it's fast. So I'd imagine, yeah, that's way more damage. Wow, we've literally just got an upgrade. How cool's that? Damn. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna quickly check what that item is. What the hell? So it turns out that is an extremely rare item, a 1 in 512 chance. That is absolutely ridiculous. Wow. I am just consistently getting extremely rare stuff in this series. I never cease to amazes me how I pull this stuff off. Like 1 in 512 chance. I mean, that's basically 0. That is rarer. Now, this is to put it into perspective for you guys. That is rarer than unboxing a knife in CSGO. That is flipping ridiculous. Wow. I don't really know what to say. That is... I'm quite wowed at that. I really am. Well then. I wasn't expecting that. So, that's quite cool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly spend a little bit of time here, because this is an ideal spot, creating an arena for our big scary brain. So I will be right back once I've done that. Right, hold on. As you can see in the bottom corner, turns out we're probably not going to fight the brain now, because the blood moon is rising, and the blood moon is a world event that is similar to a boss. Some people consider it to be a little boss or a mini boss or something, but basically it's a world event that causes lots and lots of problems for your world, and I've basically got more important things at hand now, because I'm going to have to look after all of my NPCs, because they are now at significant risk of, well, for lack of a better word, dying. So I'm going to quickly build this last layer here, ready for our arena, but this is basically our arena done. I could do with a little bit more wood so that I could make some campfires, but other than that, this is pretty much all I need for the brain, because he's not like, it's not like an extremely big fight. He doesn't expand loads and loads and loads of like area, so yeah, we should be good with this. Unfortunately, the one thing I can't stop is enemies from spawning. That's one of the challenges of the brain, is you got to get through the army of like crimson enemies. In relation to that though, I have got lots of vertebrae now, so I can fight him multiple times, but we are definitely going to have to survive the blood moon, which is alright pain in the bot. Every time I want to fight a boss, something happens, I swear. But, yeah, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight these guys off real quick, and then basically we'll just go home and protect everyone. So, here we go, Blood Moon. Now, what's unique about a Blood Moon? Well, essentially, you can fight a few unique enemies that have some unique drops, and they can open doors. Now, I could completely skip this entirely and just, you know, worry about something else and continue doing the brain, but I do want to, you know, show you guys what the Blood Moon is, and I want to say that I've done it, so, you know, it is what it is. You get these guys, which are like blood zombies. Ooh, You get blood zombies, which are unique. You get the drippler things as well, which we just saw. They're unique. I don't think you get many unique drops off the Blood Moon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a lot you can actually like get out of it. But you know, it's cool. But the biggest thing that you gotta watch out for is zombies can open doors. You know that's the oh, the bride. Okay, this is one of our rare enemies. She's quite cool. I'm going to kill her, and then we've got the wedding dress, which is quite cool. So you know that's nice. We're also getting a lot of lenses, which is handy because again we need those for the Eye of Cthulhu. So what I could do is I could just do like an Eye of Cthulhu fight in the Blood Moon. If I get enough lenses, I'll quickly head over to the Crimson again, and then create his spawner and do that. But yeah, one thing I want to do is protect my friends, my NPCs, because they are at risk in the Blood Moon. So that's the biggest thing. But I might be able to do a bit of both. But another thing I could try and get is I could go to the jungle. Oh, bloody tear. Here we go. So this is what you need to create the Blood Moon. So we got that as a rare drop. That's very cool. That's another really rare drop as far as I'm aware. We're getting crazy rare drops today, as we always have. So that's really nice. So we'll make sure to put that in a chest and keep that safe for if we ever want a Blood Moon in the future. I think Blood Moons are better in hard mode. I'm not 100% sure though, so you have to correct me if I'm wrong. Again, my full knowledge isn't quite up to speed with Blood Moons because I haven't actually been through a lot of them. I just know there's a rare chance of getting them and all that. So we've got our zombie banner, our first zombie banner, which is cool. I'll place that now. That will help us against the zombie enemies. I would imagine our Demon Eye banner is relatively soon as well. There we go. Alright, it's getting to about halfway through the night. If I change where I'm going, they'll sort of leave. I would imagine they'd leave everyone alone. And we have the nurse. The nurse will keep everyone alive, which is cool. But, okay, right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly find all of my lenses. Away. How many do I have? I have 9. That's more than enough. I'm going to quickly run to the Crimson. Whilst I'm at it, I'm going to make Vicious Powder, because we need a lot of that. Just make as much as possible. Right, I have enough to create the Bloody Spine as well, so we're doing really well, folks. I have enough to fight. I have enough to create 2 boss spawners today, so you might get a double boss fight, which is quite cool. So we're going to fight the Eye and the Brain. Now, the Bloody Spine. Do I use the Bloody Spine or do I? 'Cause I can almost make 2 Bloody Spines, which is pretty ridiculous. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if I've got enough time to fight the Eye. To be fair, we'll give it a go. I've got nothing to lose, but I can't be messing about in the Crimson for too long because I have priorities. Loads of mana stars. They'll be helpful at one point later on. You know, with several things. Oh, a fairy. That's cool. Right, so there we go. Got one of those and one of those. I'll quickly drop a vertebrae. Yeah. Just get and you will receive. There we go. We've got 2 Bloody Spines. Do they stack? They do. That is wonderful. Okay, look, mate. I would come and do what you're trying to tell me to do, but that's got to be killed real quick. So I have priorities. Right, there he is. There's the Eye. Hello, Eye of Cthulhu. We meet again. I've got to absolutely destroy this guy because there is not a lot of time to beat him. I'm not sure if I actually have given myself enough time, but you know, we move. Come on, Eye. No, it looks like he's going to go. There's no way I've got enough time for this. Oh, hold on, I've got this. Get him. Don't know what's doing more damage. Come on. Half dead, come on, just a couple more minutes. Please. He's phased. Which I believe his defense goes down when he phases. Come on. Ah, it's doing brilliant damage. Should have done this the whole time. That's it. Come on, almost dead. Yes! Excellent. Right, so we've got more ore, which is what I wanted. So I'll quickly mine that. Need to protect my... need to protect everyone because they're all getting swarmed by zombies. And there we go, and just like that we survived the blood moon, which is cool. We've done a lot in one go, which is quite mental. I think it has gone without. There's been a few, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, our angler is still here. I think he's just hiding. Yeah, there he is. Okay, that's cool. So we've got our we've got a lot of stuff out of nowhere, basically. I'll pop all this away. Eat one of those. I don't need it really. Right, that and that. We don't need that. They're vanity items. They're nice. They're cool. They're rare, but we don't need them. Right. So, night owl potion. I'll take one of those. Yeah. Okay. Right. Cool. Right. We are basically on par with fighting the brain now. There's a lot happening in this episode, guys. So I know it's a little bit. Well, doing this, but there's a method to my madness. Believe me. 23 bars. I think we still need quite a lot more. But, you know. What can you do? Right, so, Blood Butcherer. We want that. We definitely want that. That's a nice item. But it looks like we're on par for fighting the brain now. Now, I was going to break the hearts, but I'll probably do that in another video because that will give us what we need to spawn in the meteor and the goblin army and all that. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which way I should do it. Maybe I'll do the hearts first. Maybe I will do the hearts first because you can get guns from the Crimson Hearts, which you use to spawn in the arms dealer. So maybe I will do that actually. So yeah. Hooah. Ooh. Easy. I'll drink my night owl potion, that's for 10 minutes. It's a little buff that will help us in the crimson. It will mean we can see things a lot better. So obviously we were quite low on torches. Get out of here. But we look like we're on par for having a pretty successful video today, folks. If I just stretch it a little bit, we've got about, I'd say 20-21 minutes worth of footage at the moment. If I stretch it a little bit, we should be able to fight the brain without any issues. So we'll see though. He might put up a really good fight and we might actually die to the brain, which would be totally fine. I have extra spawners. I wouldn't take that as a massive L. But as I said, I just sort of wanted to make sure I do it at the right time because obviously stuff happens. But yeah, we'll let this blow up. Let that blow up. There we go. Oh shit. There we go. And we got an Undertaker, which is very nice. That's a cool item. A horrible chill goes down your spine. So you get these different things that come up every time you do it. And then on the third one, the brain spawns. So the Undertaker is quite a nice item. It's our first gun, which is cool. So we'll pop that in our inventory because guns are cool. and we need that for... As you can see, that does a silly amount of damage. It might actually be an idea to use it against the brain, actually. It'll be really good against his minions, because you sort of need projectiles for him. So, actually, that's really handy that we've got that. Okay. Where's the next sort of, like, ideal location for things? I'll probably go here, right? So, again, chuck a bomb here. A handy thing about having... Bloodcrawler banner. Cool. A handy thing about having these bombs being sticky and not being, you know... Got a Crimson Heart here. And he's here. Right. Needs to get into position. This is kind of a bad spawn. Oh dear, 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 oh dear. Forgot to buff up, forgot to do a lot of things. I sort of just spawned him aimlessly. Ooh. Go away, go away. Ah! Right, okay, Undertaker. Let's just stop getting all funny. Maybe the Undertaker isn't very good against him. Right, so the first phase is to beat all of these little eyes. They drop hearts, so that's the one positive. But they are quite annoying. So, there we go. These are the tissue samples that we need. So, more of these, please. Get out of here. Blood crawlers. I'm actually going to put a blood crawler banner down. Okay. Yeah, my aim isn't all that, but it's not dreadful. We are killing them, and then once all these guys are done, he's relatively easy. This is the hard part, basically. The hard part is actually killing all these eyes. We've got our Finch as well, who's doing bits for us as well, so we should be good. We should be good. I didn't do a like countdown or anything. I completely forgot that as soon as you break the third one, he just instantly spawns. I did forget that. It's been a while since I fought the brain. I will be honest. There we go. Lots of Crimtane aura and tissue samples. It's lovely. It's exactly what we're after. Gonna use our giant mace thing. Oh yeah, it just destroys them. Oh. Oh. And the last one. Come on, man. Get here. Stop running away. He's supposed to be attacking me. Right, here we go. Now he's spawned. Now, he has... half of his health is basically gone. So it's just like the thing. But he spawns about, which is really annoying. So you've just got to be wary of where he's going, basically. And of course, now he has no minions, you're not getting extra hearts from those. So this bit is difficult, I can't lie, especially with his sporadic spawning. And he does deal quite a hefty amount of damage if he does catch you in any sort of situation. But if you, as I said, if you've got a relatively simple arena built where you can just run about, it's a cakewalk. He's, in my opinion, he's significantly easier than the Eater of Worlds, but you know, that's up for debate. Maybe the area he's in makes him harder, I don't know, but he's just about to be killed with our Jester's arrows here. There we go, job done. Brain of Cthulhu dead. So it's simple as that, easy as that. Brain of Cthulhu has been killed, he has been slaughtered. We got a Brain of Cthulhu mask, and we got not a lot of tissue samples. We are going to need to fight him again, unfortunately. We're looking for at least 60 tissue samples to create a full set of armor. So we'll probably fight him again in the next episode. But there we are. We have fought the Brain of Cthulhu. Provides light. Where does this go? Is this here, or... There we go. We've got a little heart, which is handy. That was from one of the Crimson Hearts. What was the other thing we got? Oh, we got 2 Crimson Hearts. That's a shame. You can get You can get the panic necklace, which is actually really handy, and the only way you can get that is from destroying Crimson Hearts. So we might have to fight some more. Oh, hang on. No, I'm chatting malarkey. There's tissue samples all over the place. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure the minimum amount of tissue samples you can get is 40 from a fight from the brain. So we'll have a little rummage, see if there's any extras lying about from where they've just randomly died. Yeah, looks like there's some there. Is there any down here? No, doesn't look like it. We'll look over here. We've got to collect all of our wings. 44. Yeah, looks like we're probably only going to have to fight him one more time to get what we need for him, which is great. Really handy. But yeah, there we go, folks. The Brain of Cthulhu has been done. Now, part of me wants to put it into a separate episode, but again, I'll probably do that as well, just for the fun of it. Is that Pinky? Oh my god! How many rare enemies and things are we going to find? Why is he sort of phased through a wall? What the hell? Hello? Pinky, what you doing, bro? How has he done that? I'm gonna have to chuck a dynamite. Oh dear. Dynamite's quite powerful. Holy mother of God. That just eliminated everything. Everything in its path. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's a giant hole here, but priorities, you know, it's an extra achievement. Okay, we're going to have to get out of here because it's becoming increasingly unsafe, but yeah, cool. So we've got pink gel, lots of Crimtane ore, which is lovely jubbly, so we'll for sure mine all that. Lovely. So we've got 82, and then we've got tissue samples. We've got the mask of the brain, which is quite funny. So yeah, again, 10, 20, 15. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have enough. Oh, we're one short. Oh my god, you can't write it, can you? And then obviously we're going to need, you know, the Deathbringer pickaxe as well. I'll mine that. I'll get that now because we're going to fight the brain again. We have to. So flesh catcher. We'll get the blood butcherer as well because we need that for the thingamabob. The meatball, 35 damage. That's a lot better than the flaming mace, isn't it? A lot better. That does way more damage. That's brilliant. So we'll pop all of these in here for now. This is our bars, and then we see tissue samples are part of that. So we'll pop all this in here. Drop all that in here. We don't need any of this stuff anymore. There we go. Crimson Heart can go in there. We can probably sell this, actually, the Crimson Heart. And then we'll keep this in our inventory because we want this. Bat, it's been brilliant, but I'm afraid I think you have been outclassed. Yeah, that should be good. And then we'll put the brain mask in there, of course, and the zombie arm. We don't need the zombie arm. The merchant's still alive. Can you take some of our rubbish, please, mate? 1 gold. Great. Actually, what were you selling? You selling new stuff? Drum set. That's quite cool. Alright, and then we've got our bloody spines here for next episode where we'll fight the Brain of Cthulhu again. So, okay, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.